Excellent. Welcome to Call of the Wild Tutorials. I'm a little bit early. That's okay. We're just going to make sure that everything is a-okay. And that we're pushing out all right. So, oh, my propane guy is here. Anyways, so welcome. We are on Salzwiesen Park, and I'm really kind of digging this. As you can see, I haven't really explored too much because I've been too busy hunting. And so as we're going across today, we'll talk about some of the things that are good, and we'll look at some of the stuff together, and if you got questions, ask away. But we're just gonna have kind of like a chill little hunt today. And then that way we can just enjoy. So I'm just gonna click a few buttons here and do some settings, and just to make sure that we've got everything working so that I can see chat. Give me a second here. Stuff and things is going off, but I can't seem to look at my videos. There we go. Look at my videos. There we go. Look at my videos. There we go. Okay, we'll just have to mute that. Now I can see my chat just fine. So no video today, I'm sorry. We will do video another day. So once again, it's nice to kind of be back. I severely apologize. I have been extremely busy over the past number of months. This is actually one of my first down days in a while. I'm doing all right. Raylan, how are you doing today? So we are on the new park today, and what time we got here? It is 14:35. So what we're going to do is we're going to head down. We're going to open up, just kind of explore the map together today, head down. We'll probably hit this outpost first. It's good to hear. And we are just going to explore, and so always, as always, with Call of the Wild Tutorials, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We're all about the experimenting. Whitetail hunting right now. IRL or in-game? That's the question. I should be out whitetail hunting right now, but I am frigid for some reason. The temperature really dropped here last night, and like I said, this is my first down day that I've had in a while, and I just kind of wanted to chill. There you go. Well, I wish you all the success that you can possibly get. Hopefully you've seen things. Yes. What part of the world are you hunting in, Raylan? I'm in Ontario, Canada, and we got walloped with snow in Ontario. and then I got cold. Oh, you're in Arkansas? Okay. I was I was north of you this week. I was over in Jefferson City, Missouri this week. And it was pretty chilly there. So I'm not too keen on going after this fox here. It's only a dark red. And I don't think that's going to make diamond because it's only an 8 to 12. I'm just going to double check. There's you think I would know this by now, what the stinking max weight for... Oh. Hold on. What the heck is going on here? There is a... Is the companion not up anymore? Does anybody know? Game. Nope, game. Call of the Wild. There we go. There's like an in-game companion app. I couldn't find it. It was in a different spot. I'm playing on a PS5 right now. So any of you who happen to have, say, for example, one of the... I got one of the DualSense Edge controllers. I love it. The really nice part about it that I'm finding is that if you use back buttons with it and you set your back buttons, it's you can rebind your key bindings now. And oh my goodness, is it ever fantastic. A little bit to get used to, but once you get used to it, then it's fantastic. 15 kgs is diamond weight. Yeah, so this DualSense Edge controller, what I've done is I've rebinded my keys so that, for example, when I want to bring the command wheel up for the dog, I just press and hold R3, which is good. Let's give him a treat here. And my back buttons I have set for square and L3 to hold your breath. And so I can check tracks. I don't have to move my fingers, or I actually don't have to move my fingers off the controls pretty much at all anymore. Like I can check the track here and I'll check that. And what I've done is I've made a key binding for my weapons wheel to be press and hold square, so I can just press on my back button while I'm running and I can now select whatever I want, which is really cool. So there's a lot of new things that they've been doing to the game. I've been playing since release. If you follow my channel at all, you'll know that. And I know there's some things I'd love to see fixed. UI, definitely. I mean, they just made it so that the weapons thing closes and all of that when you get out of it. But the UI needs huge improvements. But to get key bindings, the game improvements, the dogs, I mean, it's all good. I like it. Once again, one of the things I've really been harboring after is I really want a grid system here on this map, because it would be nice if I want to hunt a certain, I like hunting and getting the need zones. So if I wanted to hunt like a particular half kilometer or maybe 4 squares or whatever, I can really just focus on that. I'm not fond of this system. And this is the first, I know they're not saying it's a map because it's only a third of the size of a regular map. But to me, it looks smaller than a third. But anyways, I'm going to say it's a quarter. But Jaxie said it was a third on the live stream. But the one thing is it's not dark. It used to all be black before, and then you'd open it up. And now, since it's all open, I know it's not that far to explore. It's just, I don't know. I wish I wish there was grids on the map. That's all. Anyways, that's just me. First impressions of the park, though, it's fantastic. If you want to do some small game hunting, if you want to level up quickly, if you're a new player, I am going to highly recommend this DLC for new players. Because or even if you've started but you haven't leveled all the way up to level 60, you're working on shotgun score, rifle score, this is like the map. There is so much action on it. I didn't even really leave the field here, the top part of it, very much, just because there was so much going on. So but anyways, I was figuring I was having a down day and just relaxing and playing, and I thought, well, I haven't done a live stream in a long time, so let's do a live stream. Explore the map together. Now, I am going to point out one thing, and I just discovered this the other day, and I sent a ticket into EW about it. So if we put a scope on these things here, I'll demonstrate. I'll take the scope off of this. So let's go over to the 22-250, and if we quick take the scope off, look how slow that is. But if we go and we unattach it, oh, that's still slow now too. Why is that? So this is the speed it should be. But if you go and you put the scope on it and then take the scope off, look how slow that is. So I wrote into EW about that just because, you get into that situation where you want to, maybe you got something charging at you and you want to take your scope off quick and do the quick detach. It's actually hindering you. Now, and I know it's just as quick to go and cycle through your scopes and take it off, maybe, if you open up your weapons wheel, but if you're just not thinking about it, right, you're gonna be... I only noticed it because I was at the range and I was having a hard time shooting the skeets, the clay pigeons and stuff, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And then I took the scope off and realized, oh, you can't just double tap and take the scope off. You actually have to take it off. So let's grab our dog here and we're going to put him to work. So I've been playing around with the pointer. He is our new addition. So let's grab him here. Come here, buddy. So we're going to give him a treat. So in the winter stream that they had, Arshak pointed out that bonding with your dog is really important. And getting that bond up is like adding to a percentage of leveling your dog up. So this is kind of important, especially when you're asking him to do tasks. And when he completes the tasks, like when he finds or points or successfully flushes, you should praise him. The lowest praise is just the praise from the wheel, but going up and feeding him is you kind of get the most benefit from. So it takes him a little bit to kind of search and look for game, but it's kind of cool. It gives you a different way of hunting. Hunting with the pointer, because you kind of really have to watch what he's doing, and he kind of like will squirrel all around, and then you'll see. Let's see if we can, while he's looking and working, let's see if there's anything we can add onto his traits here. So we're not to level 20 yet, but we're going to use that sneak feature next. We're going to bump that up. And I think for this fella here, I named him Snoop. So yes, he's Snoop Dogg. It's the reason I kind of named him that was my nephew had a German short-haired pointer, and his name was Snoopy, and so I kind of named him after his late German short-haired pointer. And I didn't want Snoopy. I just figured Snoop would be good, so I could call him Snoop Dogg. So it's kind of an odd mechanic because there's no set way to get him on like a specific track. And so he just kind of wanders around a little bit until he finds something. But I don't want him to dictate the pace because I want to go to that outpost. So we're gonna keep walking, and let's see if he picks up on something. It'll tell you. It'll say searching for small, or medium, or large, until he gets onto something. So, and you would think, there we go. So see, now he's sneaking, so he's found something. It's probably that black grouse we just heard. And like I said, this map for new players is amazing, because like these black grouse alone are worth like 1,000 a piece, and they're super easy to get. We're kind of in the thick of it here, but when you go into the fields, they're just there. And sometimes there's like 3 or 4 clustered together, and you can just hammer them with the shotgun. So we're going to pay attention to what he's doing, because he's going to, eventually he'll point. Now, if the grouse is on the move, he'll just, oh, that's excellent. Raylan. What did you get? Did you get a doe, or did you get a buck? And never apologize for that. That's a good thing. So he's on to something here. And I'm just going to say, Raylan, that's pulling the trigger. Oh, nice. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. That's the easy part. Pulling the trigger's the easy part. It's the work after. So have fun dressing it out now. Okay, this dude's stuck on a bush for some reason. There he goes. So I'm going to say he's after this black grouse, and the black grouse is just doing its thing. So we're just going to let him do his work here. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to attach the scope onto this thing so that sometimes it's easier to see through the nonsense here. There we go. No, not a problem, man. Once again, congratulations. That's awesome. So we could go ahead and shoot it. We're going to wait for him to point just because it's adding extra pointing experience to him. To point here. he just took off. So he'll keep sneaking now. So you and the dog can spook it. So there is let's just shoot it. There we go. Oh, he's after something else. Come here, Snoop. So there we go. So I've just been feeding them dog biscuits because, like I said, Arshak said on that stream that it's the best way to go. So we got a nice gold out of it. 120 is diamond. So the models on these things look really nice. So anyways, let's get back to the thing. So I'm going to recommend this map. Is excellent for any hunter. If you're short of money, you're short of cash, and you need it quickly, you can make a lot in a short period of time. It doesn't take very long. I'm a little bit. I bought a whole bunch of stuff, a bunch of duck decoys and stuff. I haven't even gone duck hunting yet in here. I got a diamond gray leg this morning. Like I said, it's kind of my first down day I've had in a while. I was playing and I was like, I'm just going to stream today. It's nice to be able to explore. And for those who, I mean, maybe you've been watching the map and stuff, it's very much like, I'm going to say it looks like Hirschfelten in a lot of spots, but it's not. So if you're worried about that, imagine if Hirsch and Mississippi Acres had a baby, that would be this map. Kind of the European feel, lot of flat areas to hunt, a lot of open areas to hunt. But it doesn't have, like, the fields are nice and open. There's not a lot of vegetation in the fields. Like, I find the cornfields in Hirsch are a pain because they've got the stalks everywhere, but this doesn't have that. This is just nice and flat and open. And all of these little campsites and stuff are kind of cool too. So I did check. The same rules apply. Let's just wait for the music to finish. There we go. So the same rules apply as would in any other map. As far as... how come that's not loaded? Same rules apply as any other map. As far as it goes for tents. Oh. See, I had my scope or something. Where did he just go? That's weird. He just kind of disappeared. I can hear him running. Now you have to forgive me a little bit too. I am colorblind. So reds don't show up for me that well. Anyways. I don't think I shot him and left billet, so we're good. We'll just leave it. Anyways, the same rules apply for this park as it would any other map. I checked. You can put up to 16 tents, stands, all of that. All the numbers still are the same. Tree stands, all of that is all the same. So you don't have to worry about that. I kind of wondered if it would be a little bit less just because it was European here. I thought it'd be a little bit less because of the map size being smaller, but you can have just as much stuff. But anyways, there's no lack of action in this map. I'll just call it a map. But there's no lack of action. But that's my initial take on it. Anyways, if you're looking for cash, you know, forget SRP. And you don't even have to stay in this. Like I said, I'm just kind of going over here to this stuff here, but you don't have to necessarily go hunting in this stuff. This is just... I was hunting like kind of last night and part of today on the open fields, and I was like, I'm just gonna go and open everything up just because I haven't, just to see what the rest of the map looks like. And like I said, so far, very impressive. Oh, this must be that lighthouse. Oh, it's a windmill. No, it doesn't look like there's a...
active windmill, still spinning after being knocked down 4 times. First, during the pagan uprising of 1066. Second was the raising of
I can't go in there.
Christian V of Denmark in 1693. The third was a strategic bombing by the British during World War I. And the fourth was an act of rebellion during the British occupation of 1946. I hope this one lasts for good.
Alright, very brown. Okay. So I don't know if I want to throw a tent in here necessarily. Okay, you know what? Let's throw a tent up here. Nice little camping spot here. Nice little camping spot here. So let's throw this in here. How come you're not letting me put a tent down? You know what? Beaver's gonna take that. I'll guarantee it. Now this is where I wish the range was open a little bit, like the render range. And it's kind of interesting because water, like in normal maps, water plays a huge part, right? That's your drink zone. So, I mean, because there's so few animals that drink, it's just raccoons, raccoon dogs, and red fox. And I do believe they all drink early, like early morning / night. Early evening, I think, for fox too. It's not really that big of a, like, going to drink zones don't play a big role. So it actually changes the way that you kind of hunt on this map. So we're going to run over to this outpost here. Actually, I more want to check out this area here. I haven't been across here yet and checked out these flatlands. I've been mainly hunting in these fields here. This is, as you can see, it's just excellent. Like lots of black grouse, gray-leg geese, ring-tailed pheasant through there. I'm going to say there's going to be more ducks and stuff up through this area here. We'll just carry on. I'm going to go over to here to this outpost. We may as well unlock it. I'm right over here now anyways. But that's kind of it makes you, I mean, unless you're not into that thing, unless you're not into, you want the need zones or you want the, to hunt the drink zones. I mean, that's good and fine, but oh, look what we got here. We got another black grouse, a 2 minor. So we're gonna just move in a bit closer. And then we're gonna ask this guy to go and flush these. So the flushing mechanic doesn't seem to be working 100% as intended, I'm gonna say. But when it works, it's fantastic because he flushes the birds right to you. And now I've had a few instances where he's flushed the birds and they've flown away from us. But for the most part, when he flushes, it's right, he'll flush it right towards you. So you want to have, before you hit the flush button, you want to have your shotgun ready because the birds will be coming. So we're just going to go here. We're going to see, there we go. So we're going to make him sneak a little earlier. That way he doesn't necessarily scare the game off. That's my thinking on it anyways. Now I haven't figured out yet how to do the, maybe after we get these grouse, I'm going to poke around a little bit. I haven't figured out how to get him to do the sight track yet. And I don't necessarily think, like, you should be able to spot, I should be able to spot the game. And I haven't figured out what button to press yet in order to get him to spot those. Or to go flush them. So we'll look in the menu here in a minute and see if there's commands for him. There he goes. Like I said, it's kind of weird because I can see the birds right up here, and these are the ones that I want him to flush. So the only drawback is that I have my quick commands because I switched it from the down D-pad to the R3 button to press and hold for the command wheel. To make him heal, I have to hit the R3 pad. I don't want him to get away. And blasted things are so hard to hit. And yes, I've gone to the clay range. But they just don't want to die. So we're going to put him away for a second because I'm quite sure I've winged at least a couple of them birds. So here's what I'm talking about. See this gold? He pays almost $1,200 in cash. It's just insane. So we're going to put him away for a second. And we're going to get Charlie out here. And let's grab him. So one of the things that they've done is, so when you go into storage here, it automatically, by default, opens the weapons, like the rifles. And the same thing in the store. And you don't have to like kind of press on it to do that anymore. But I wish they'd categorize this into rifles, shotguns, bows, handguns. But once you open up the like this selection now, boom, it closes. It automatically closes whatever you were on last. So it's kind of handy because you can go up to sites and it closes that. It'll close it's kind of nice that it closes those things automatically now. And I think if you go back in mid pressure, so I think mid pressure is so there's a new feature here as well. When you click onto hunting pressure, it tells you how much pressure this is. So there's mid pressure, so I killed 2 animals there. This one here is low pressure, and then this, they call this a dead zone because I, you know, obviously hammered it hard. So there's low, medium, high, and then dead. So which only makes sense because you can kill 3 animals in a zone before it will do hunting pressure. So it kind of gives a better little overview for those who are going through that. So some of the videos that I have, like on hunting pressure now, I'll probably have to end up redoing when I have a chance. But that's good. So I know that I've killed 2 animals in this area here just because I have that mid pressure. So let's stand and dismantle that, and we're gonna ask him to search for blood. Okay. So somewhere somewhere up here I must have shot that other bird. It's either this one or the other one that I shot over here, but come on, boy, do your thing. I like the little vocalizations they added as well. Like if there's something coming, or it's he kind of gets into like that critical position, he'll whine a little bit. I just wish he'd search for blood just a little bit longer than what he does too. Let's see if it was out here at all. Nope, didn't find any. Let's check over here, dude. That's really strange. So let's try the ye old. Let's put that marker in the middle there. Now let's search here. He's got to come up with something. Finding that the range on the Bloodhound isn't as good as what it used to be since the update. But anyways. Nope, you can't find the track, so it's fine. Missing bird. Let's we'll get up to the outpost here, and then we'll go back to Mr. Snoop Dogg. So the other addition that, if you didn't know this already or you're wondering, is you can have him be an expert dog. So here I've got Charlie here. He was up to level 15, and I've made him into his next thing is a pointer. So he's a tracker plus a pointer. Now it doesn't. There's no traits or anything that go with that. Trait for each level. So it doesn't do anything with the traits. It'll just help him level up being a pointer, which I guess will make him a more effective pointer. But there's no extra skill that goes with that, if that makes any sense. So what we can do is we can have him. Yeah, I know, bud. We're going to make him go and flush out these birds. This is what I'm talking about with this map. Like, there's no real lull in the amount of action that there is. Like, every time you turn around, there's more animals. So once again, all critical position means is that there's like prey nearby that you could potentially spook. It just adds a little bit of depth to your hunting experience using the dog. Like it's a bit of, I shouldn't say it's a bit, it's a lot of work. So now he's pointing. So now we can go and we can tell him to flush. So now he's going to go and he's going to flush. And then boom, there it goes. And it's up to me to hit the bird. It's up to me to hit anything. Oh my goodness. You will easily go through a lot of shotgun ammo. Oh, we did get him. So now we can get him to work, and you can track him to do, the more efficient he's going to become at pointing and all of that. I just think it makes it that much more versatile. Like I would probably have the retriever point. What's the matter, bud? I'm right here. And I haven't decided with my German Shorthaired Pointer. I think I'm gonna have one that'll track, and one that'll find do the blood, and one that'll do the. Yeah, come here. There, get a treat just for being a good dog. $64 meters. So I'll have to spend some more time at the range. There we go. Let's go to that outpost. And we'll go from there. So having that expert dog and having that second trait, that's kind of made the dogs even that much more useful. I was really hoping for being able to kind of point, like with the bloodhound, you can pick a specific track. Oh, so there's something close by here. So let's... Oh, sorry. We want him to point, not track. I was kind of hoping that we would get to... I was kind of hoping that we would get that, like a true tracking dog. Where I could like find the track of a max weight animal, and that's what the dog would be. The dog would be like, oh, you want to find this animal? Perfect. Here's his track right there. I will, because you know how sometimes you get a max weight track, or you get a rare fur variation. I just kind of thought it would be kind of cool. You come across like, I don't know, whatever the rare, a melanistic, let's say. And when you have the disturbed vegetation, it'll show you. So you can come across that melanistic track, and it's there. That animal scent would be on it, and you could click on it, and hey, I want you to track this. I just think, would it be a little bit overpowered? Maybe. But I think it would be cool to kind of see that as well. Like I said, we're going to go switch up dogs. We're going to take a look at the dog a little bit because I want to see if there's anything about that spotting feature. I really like the way they did the outposts here in the park, that they're not just buildings, they're little campsites. Right. Let's get Snoop out here. Right. So let's look in the codex. Maybe in the tutorial log. Deploy binds, heart rate, hunting dogs. There we go. German short-haired pointer. Handle spooked awareness, flushing. Okay, it says your German short-haired pointer can search class 2 to 5. Large animals. So I can double press R3 quickly to command the dog to search in the direction you are facing. Okay, good to know. Species point. The pointer can be commanded to search for a specific species of animal. If that animal has left a trail, the command will be available for a short duration after the interaction of the track. Note that the pointer will not search for a specific animal, instead it'll search for any species. Okay, spot point. Your pointer can be commanded to point at the animal that you just spotted. The command will be available for a short duration. Okay, so let's try that out. Let's find an animal. This is a where do we go from here moment. We're gonna go over here. So we're gonna try those two commands. We're gonna try the so that means if I'm pointing this way and I go, okay. But it said he's supposed to search in the direction that I'm looking. Oops. Okay. So let's put a scope on here. Okay, so let's examine the track and then open this. You see, it only says point small, medium. Okay, that's going to take some getting used to. And maybe I'll have to go back to the old key binding commands for now, for it to work right. So let's just let him do his thing. Like I said, this is kind of like a little bit more, I don't want to say slower hunting, but a little bit more immersive. Like I said, he'll keep sneaking as long as those animals are moving. So ideally you want them standing still, because then he can point to them and flush them on all that stuff faster. Like, where is he going? So the one thing I find too is that 2 minor. It's a gold, perhaps. The one thing I find too is that if there's geese going overhead, then he'll go into critical position even if he's sneaking. So he's still sneaking. We'll wait for him to point. And like I said, slower hunt. Just waiting for him to do his thing. Now, our wind isn't good either, which probably isn't. Oh, so he's pointing. The flush command should have came up the second he started pointing. Like I said, our wind isn't helping at all. Okay, so he's pointing. Now we're going to ask him to flush. I can hear him. Well, we got more in this area anyways. We're just going to let him do his thing. I like the range that there is on this. I think there's a bird over there. So I kind of like the range that he has, that he can be away from you. Oh crap, I should have put a pin in that general area there. Because I have a feeling we're gonna... We shot a bird over there. Got one here. Now, did he lose focus? So he... See, by this focus, it says that he's tired. Alright. So focus is like the energy that he has in order to do his tasks. Bond is what he needs to do his tasks. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, bond is how well your dog will listen. So let's give him a treat. And with the bloodhound, you can cycle through some of this stuff. There we go. So we're just going to pet. We're going to increase our bond. The one thing I'm going to complain about as well is the I guess I'm going to say it's the amount of times that you need to praise or reward your dog. It wears off quickly. I'm kind of curious to see like how many, not in-game minutes, but actual minutes you have to spend with your dog. How many minutes does it take for that bond to wear off? It kind of gets much to feed him all the time and all of that stuff, but I don't know. I kind of wish you didn't have to, the bond would last a little bit longer than just a couple of seconds, it seems, or a couple of minutes. You just keep doing your thing. We had shot a bird up here. I want to go grab that bird. I should probably just let him work. So you see what I mean? Like, we've been in this area for quite a while right now. It's kind of hard to move around this map without having something happen. I'd kind of figured I'd see that black grouse by now, the way he's been sneaking. So now he just flushed whatever it was. Oh, I know there's a black grouse over there, but I don't know if I got that bird or not. All right, we're gonna pop a tent out here, and we're gonna grab our other pooch. So I am gonna, bring my pointer up to be a tracker is what I'm gonna do with him, just because it makes sense. Go search for the bloods. Yeah, see, he doesn't go out. He doesn't go out very far. He should go out way further than that. I don't know. There's something janky going on at the Bloodhound. And I'm not saying that to be negative or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, it happens. You get an update and you get stuff happens, but he's not going out anywhere near as far as he used to. And like, look at the hunting pressure that I have here. Like, I've got birds down, I just can't find them. What I should do Let's go back to morning here. We'll go to almost 5. Oh, yuck, I should have went. Should have went to almost 6. It's always an experiment. Some maps you can go to like 4:30 and it's light enough you can see everything. And see, and I have my commands tied to my R3 button. Let's go change that quick. So we're going to go to the key bindings and we are going to go to dog commands. So let's change that to this. I don't know how to no, reset current selection. There we go. So if you're on console, when you're changing things around here, you select what you want, you hit X, and then you have to hit whatever button you want to make it. Now I wish they would do stuff where you could, for example, where you could select that you want to hold it. See the close item wheel. So there must be a toggle for the weapons wheel, which would actually be not too bad. Is that an interface? HD compass needs almost toggle position icon. Clues. Okay, let's go up one more. Toggle tutorial hints, mission system metric. Aim toggle is off. Breath toggle is on. Manual chambering, manual reload. So I'm just trying to see. It's fine. Because like I said, I wanna play around with that. Because I don't know if it's working right on console. Because when I bring up we'll see if it's changed now. So when we select a track, okay, we gotta get rid of this dude here. So this is what this is all about sometimes on my channel, and when I'm playing it's all about experimenting. Let's go to kennel. We're gonna get Snoop out. Okay. So if I examine a track and then I go here, it just gives me points. So I don't quite understand that, because when we go into the codex, Salzwiesen Park, tutorial log, See, here's another way that the UI needs to kind of be different. German haired pointer. Point commands. You can double press to quickly command the dog to search in the direction you're facing. It'll remember the last search command you used. Okay, so that's good. Pointing. Okay, that's fine. Scent found. Okay, species point is your pointer can be... It says your pointer can be commanded to search for a specific species if the animal that's left the trail. And then the spot point, your pointer can be commanded to point at an animal that you've spotted for after you have spotted the animal via your binoculars or scope. But does that... And I'm wondering if this is in the traits then. So this is the next one I'm going for, is the I see you. And I'm going to go, the dog can search for the specific species of a recently tracked man. So maybe I have to get this on the trail. Maybe I have to get him up to level. You think if you need this, once you hit level 30, then he can search for a specific species? Or do a spot point? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Why do I want to... Fine and dandy. And see, and I wonder if the traits linked to the dog have any effect on the expert dog trait. So, for example, when I have like the animal will go out further to search for a species. So you would think, yeah, I guess he just can't do that right now. Okay, we're just gonna walk over here, waiting for daylight to get a little bit more daylighty. It's a technical term we're using today. I will say, I know somebody's complained about the underbrush noise. They are correct. It's a bit much. But that's to be, once again, it's like that on some of the other maps, so I can't expect whatever. All in all, I like it. Size is nice. Action's nice. I got a diamond gray leg goose this morning. So black grouse warning. So there we go. So that was the double tap command to search in the direction I'm facing. And you kind of have to take it slow on this map. Like, what do we got here? Ringneck pheasant. So the specific species search I think will add to this. I just don't know why it's not a right away feature, if that makes any sense. I guess it comes in part with, trying to train your dog so you actually feel like you have to work for it. He's waiting for me. I think my other complaint would be is that the grouse in here, some of the bird species are a little bit smarter than they should be. I hunt ruffed grouse, and ruffed grouse are dumb. I mean, I've IRL. They will, they'll be in a group, and you can literally shoot one, and the other one's like turns around and be like, "Oh, what happened to Bob?" And then you shoot that one, and then a third one comes along and goes, "Oh, what happened to Bob and Doug?" And then you can shoot that one. They are not the smartest birds. So I wish they would dull back some of the bird senses a little bit, especially when it comes to like scent. So we're just letting him do his thing. And I'm going to grab my shotgun. We're going to reload said shotgun, because we know it's going to take me about 30 hits to hit the stupid bird. I found him before you found him, man. That's not good. It's okay. So we're about 50 meters, 40 meters away. It's kind of a cool mechanic, I'm not going to lie. So he should be pointing soon. Okay, and now we're going to get him to flush. And where did the pheasant go? There he is. And I had to hit him with one of those shots. There's no way. Seriously. And I can hear him fluttering around, mocking me. Three shots. Yeah, I don't even bother. Yeah. That's some fancy shooting there, Tex. If you want to comment on my shotgunning skills below, you can go right ahead. Ooh, European rabbit. So he should come over here. The only other issue I have with hunting with a dog, I don't know if it comes through on the audio, but as the dog is moving around and crunching through the grass, it makes it harder to listen to the animal moving around. I didn't get you, did I? And then you're going to pop back up. And then you're going to go down. Like, how did not one pellet hit? Shotguns are so... What's he see? Is it more rabbits? It's funny because I didn't give him a command to look for something. I don't know. I think shotguns are... They don't seem to function right to me. Like when he hits critical position, he's like dead stop. Hmm. So he's still attentive as far as his focus goes. This is why we do these things. It's called You Can Be As Frustrated as I Get. So like I'm 30 meters away and zeroing. I have the zeroing perk on because I was, using some stuff. But zeroing really has nothing to do with shotguns. I've tested that in a video before. You would think zeroing would work like chokes, but it doesn't. It doesn't change the pattern. But like at 30 to 40 meters, a shotgun should be very effective. Go flush that. Okay. And yet there. Okay, I got that one. He will die. I got that one too. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Stupid thing. Alright. Well, this dude was a good boy. He got him. Let's give him... Like, in all honesty, for the amount of work it is for a ring-tailed pheasant, you'd think they would pay more. I love that feeding animation, by the way. Let's pet him because he's a good boy. Here you go, Mr. Snoop Dogg. Let's give you another biscuit because, like, if you fed it... There we go. Now you're my best friend. It'd be nice if that lasted a little bit longer. And now we need to go and find these birds we shot because... And we're going to do that by getting rid of them. So this is where I definitely would say having him being able to track is a huge plus, or retrieve. We'll go with tracking for now. I'm wondering about oh, and like a dummy. Confirm that trophy. Okay, so there's one. We know going down the hill that we got one of them too, right? Yep. He's right there. And then we had one kind of fly away. So, like, I mean, when everything pans out, it's actually quite something that, like, the amount of money that you make on this map. Like, when you're... Because in a few minutes here, things will just go... Let's grab Snoop again. I thought maybe it's going to poop. I haven't seen them poop yet. Yeah, you weren't happy I put you in the kennel. Okay. And we had... Would that third one have been... here-ish? I'm going to say the third one we hit would have been up here-ish. way. So let's go try to see if we can hunt that down. So once again, just a useful tip always to remember is that the animal will show hunting pressure where you first shot it. No, that must have been an old one. No, look at that right there. So in this case, if you zoom out, we don't have a really... Okay, so if you notice this hunting pressure has like points here, 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 and here. It's not a full circle. And if you zoom out and you make those points connect like that, and then you put a waypoint in there, that center point is where you hit that animal, in there and about, okay, in the middle. So you could put a waypoint there, and if you go look over there within a few meters, you would see that. So what we did over here is I took these 2 points. See, I had this point and this point from the center of that hunting pressure, and we put a waypoint there. So it was, 30 meters from that waypoint, and we found the blood. So it's just a good little trick if you can see like defined points in your hunting pressure. It's a good little tool to use so that you can go and find your stuff. Hold on, we're gonna see, this is the problem. We get distracted. So that's always that's my general rule of thumb, is that it's a good way to kind of see, okay, I've got something over here. I see where the hunting pressure got laid down. And now always remember too, like you can go halfway across the map. Like you can shoot something here, and let's say it didn't die, and then I shot it way over here. The hunting pressure is going to be where you first hit it, not where you actually killed it or where it actually died. It's always on the contact of the first shot. Oh crap. Nope. No way I'm going to hit that through these trees. Ooh, we got a gold. That's nice.
Oh, let me take a look at it. No, wasn't that one. Well, nice job anyway. Good practice.
This German fella is hilarious. Where were we going? We were going over here. Ja, das ist gut. I like this German fella. So it won't take long. We'll find something else here in a minute. But no, so far so good. I like it. Salzwiesen Park. It goes good with my German heritage. So we'll see. So we'll go for a few more minutes. We'll go till we get to this outpost, and then I think I'll call it a day for streaming.
But if you're watching, or if you're watching after, appreciate the support always. Any comments or questions or videos you'd like to see, just leave it below. I'm kind of curious to see if we had to take it all the way up to level 30 before we can unlock those commands for the dog. So the status right now we're at, it's just the I do believe it's just the companion traits that go up to that make the difference. So see, we had that call. We're going to get him to sneak. Now he won't go after something if it's fleeing. Defensive, yes. Fleeing, no. If it's moving, he can still sneak on it. But as soon as it starts fleeing, he just stops. It's kind of cool little tail animation. His tail went up for a second and then... And if you don't want to hunt in this thicker stuff, and I guess that's kind of what the variety that I like. It's an open field, but it's taller grass. In the northern part where there's just fields, it's all short. The birds are, because they're sitting out in the middle of the field and and it's bare. Oh, look, it's a little bunny rabbit. The little bunny rabbit is dead. Oh. Come here, my friend. Oh. They are so adorable. Now, I'd almost wish they'd make those into need zones too, but I can understand why they kind of shift around a little bit. I get it. Added challenge. Yeah, like I said, there's not too many species, 3 species of drink zones. So, I mean, the ducks are going to be around water. So one thing that I haven't seen yet, and I'd like to know, why aren't the geese in water? And maybe I'm just missing that. So if I'm missing that, and you're still with me at this point in the stream, then just let me, and you've seen geese in the water, let me know. But I have yet to see a goose on the water. And I find that a little bit strange. Pick up this rest zone. Oh, it's the inherent need to check tracks. Brown, that's just common. I had like the first... I played yesterday, downloaded it yesterday, and I played, and like the first raccoon dog I saw was a level 9, and it was a troll. And I only scored a silver with it because it was... I was using the 22 Hornet. And in all honesty, I want to use it. But it is way underpowered for level 2 animals. like the truncated cone on the 22 has better penetration than the 22H, than the Hornet. And so I kind of hope that they change that with it a little bit, because it'd be nice. You'd only need like a gun and a shotgun on here. Now I have another max weight. I think there was by the starting outpost there. And maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll... No, I said I was going to wrap up at noon. But I have a max weight track for a raccoon dog that I found. And I would love to kind of go and... Oh, there's this guy here, Mr. Raccoon Dog. Anyways, I had a max weight track for a raccoon dog. And I'd like to kind of go and track it down. We're just going to run up to the top of the hill here, and as he goes down, we're just going to shoot this guy because they're about $1,000 each. And that's good money. So I switched to the 22-250, which is way overkill. There he is. The 22-250 is way overkill for what we need. Considering it starts at level 2. But yeah, I didn't think he'd last long. I just wish the 22 Hornet was just a little bit more powerful. Then you just need one rifle for this map. Where did we get him? Oh, I thought that would have hit the liver. It's fine. See, it's still 1,000 cash. So I mean, even if you see a low level one, just shoot it if you're looking for money. So I had $1.5 million when I first started on the map, like when I fired it up after the update, and I bought a whole bunch of stuff, ammunition, decoys, all of that, because I'm going to set up duck hunting spots. I want to come hunting here with my friends and be able to enjoy the nice duck hunting in a group. So eventually I'll be setting up duck spots and just... And I think have the e-collar out, to be quite honest. And they've cut the weight on the e-collar. I don't know if they mentioned that or not. It used to be a weight of 5, and now it's 3.5, which makes it an even more viable option to have that e-collar. And I kind of wanted to try the e-collar out with the ducks and stuff. The music's so different on this map for different spots you go. I like it. Okay, so we're gonna go. It's like so traumatic. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. Somewhere over here, I had a max weight raccoon dog track, and I thought it was tied to this need zone over here. So let's go take a look. If we can find it, great. We're going to find it. And we'll see where it leads us. Because like I said, I already had one legendary, and there was another legendary in this area. And so I don't know, the other legendary I shot was over here. And so I don't know if that and this home range is the same, but this never disappeared. So we're going to check out this. We're going to come into here a little bit and see if we can find that max raccoon dog track, and then we'll call it a day. I'm not overly concerned if I spook it. It's just a matter of trying to find the track first, and then we'll go for a hunt. Okay. Yeah, I know, it's probably just a need zone I found already. One raccoon dog resting. That's a red fox. Okay, and it was a male as well, a male raccoon dog, max weight. I don't know if a female can make diamond. But we'll see. And I have yet to shoot a raccoon on this map. Things that are missing from this map, just while we're looking for this track, things that are missing. Turkeys. Germany has turkeys. And this would be a perfect turkey map. Something, and I would have put, a like roe deer on here. There we go. There's our max weight raccoon dog track. Light brown, that's old. So you see what I mean? Like, these fields are so open. They're so nice. It's a 5 medium. We're gonna shoot that. Where'd El Raccoon Dog go? I'm taking it that raccoon took off. See? Won't miss twice. Like, this is the beauty. You get into these areas here. You're gonna die, so that's fine. You get into these areas here, and it's so nice and open. So I think roe deer would have probably been a nice addition here. And turkeys. Because roe deer would give you that, a deer without being a deer. I don't know if that makes sense. I understand they wanted to make it a small, really lively map, so I'm getting that. And it's not taking away from the map at all. It's just, holy smokes. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. That was just the UPS guy. Um, yeah, not that not having like a larger deer species or anything is taken away. It's just, I think it would have just added having like roe deer or something on here. But in turkey, this is like perfect, kind of cool, open field turkey hunting. And oh my goodness, I thought that was a something to shoot. And out where I live, it's kind of the like the type of field you'd see for, you know, turkey hunting or whatever. So it's one of the things I've said before, like Mississippi Acres reminds me of kind of the area that I'm in or I grew up in. This kind of reminds me of the same type of area. All right. So, kind of got distracted, but now we're going to go and we are going to look for this max weight raccoon dog track, and we are going to kind of stalk it down a little bit here. Nope, not that one. It's going to be this one right here. Boop. And even if it just leads us to the zone it's kind of attached to, that'll be good too. So that's what we'll finish off today with. We'll finish off today with tracking down this raccoon dog. And so for newer hunters, this is where some of their... Oh, let me guess. That's the raccoon dog I wanted. I saw a glimpse of him through there. Nope. That's where, for newer hunters, this is where your hunter mate and comes in handy. You can use it to track. Make sure you're on the right way. Hearing geese and everything. And you can use it to kind of, like, normally the tracks are anywhere in that that cone radius. So it's very old, Very old means that it was here 30 minutes or more ago. So, and here's the feed zone it's attached to, which is good. Excellent. So now, so we know that this raccoon dog is feeding here, and it feeds between 3 and 6. Now we're going to try to look for the zone that it goes for. So it's going to go to a rest zone next, because from 6 to 10, I think they're resting. So what we're going to do is we are going to examine this. So hold on here. Let's see. Does my dog have enough points? No, we're not at level 25 yet. What are we at? 23. Let's ask it to search for medium. We're going to get it to point to a medium. I'd like it to search, like this is where it lacks. I'd love it to be able to click on this track and be like, hey, I see your track. I acknowledge your track. So that's fine. The raccoon dogs usually rest in a, like in that kind of area. And so I don't, it could be a ways down here. I don't want to run into it because I don't want to spook it off. So we're going to take it nice and slow. And so once again, you want to remember that like you can use your hunter mate. So there's our next clue is up there, our next track. It's going to be in the cone area. So we're just going to slow it down here a little bit. I'm kind of waiting for, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the track to kind of become isolated where I'm only following the raccoon dog, and then I'll give it the command to search. So I just pressed once down on the D-pad. We're just going to heal it. Heal the dog, or get the dog to heal. So this is where it gets tricky when we lose kind of where the track is, but there's a little trick to it. So we know that as that widens out kind of this, as that cone widens out, it widens out the search area for that track. There it is right there. And so you can kind of just do like a little, you can't see me gesture, but you can do an arc around. You can go out like 100 meters or 50 meters from where your last track was, and then just do like a bit of a arch circle thingy and look for your highlighted track. Like I said, we're just going to take it nice and slow. We're going to check as many clues as we can find. If we got a disturbed veg clue, you can charge right in line. But if it's sitting at a need zone, you're going to spook it off its need zone, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. So one of the things you can do too to mitigate a little bit of noise is actually move slower. So you see if we move fast at a crouch, the sound bar goes out, but if we just back it down a little bit, we go down to half sound. Because we can come across this track. This could say very old because, and the raccoon dog could just be right out in front of us. And I think this is where the dog's going to help because, you know, when an animal's nearby, he'll go into a critical position. Okay, so there's got to be something nearby. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up onto this rock. Just jeepers. Okay, so there's a need zone right there. So we're going to go over here. There's a raccoon dog, but not the raccoon dog maybe that we're after. Okay, this could be an issue. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to situate ourselves over here maybe. We're going to ask this dude to lay down just for now. Good boy. Okay, because we want him to listen to us in the future. So that was kind of cool because he kind of took us right to where we wanted to be, but not to the animal we wanted. So we're going to try to find our... That's our max weight track that we've been following, I do believe. The easiest way to look is this the track that I was on? Bring out your hunter mate, you'll see. You see the green lights, or you can go, or the green lines. So we've been following this max weight. So he's come down here. More than likely, he's at a rest zone. One of the things that I'd like to see added to this game too is that, for example, when you have the perk that says how many animals are at a need zone, I wish when you clicked on this need zone, it would say raccoon dog 2. But anyways, so we're going to come into here a little bit and we are going to see if we can... Actually, here's what I don't have a collar on me. That's the problem. If I had the collar, I would just call the raccoon dog. So he's, just to double check, like 40 meters away. And we don't really want to get too much closer because we don't want to spook that raccoon dog. But we're just going to kind of take it easy. I'm thinking maybe we should head up over here and get a better vantage point. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a waypoint on this animal that we just spotted, just so that we know where that feller is. We might actually even back up over here. We're just looking for like a bit of a high ground where we can get up, get over the brush a little bit. Crap. Okay, that was the one, but not the one we wanted. We're going to shoot him just because the other guy that we wanted is fleeing. Oh, that's a common raccoon. Okay. All right. Well, we know where his feed zone is. And his... Hold on one second. So we got a nice gold raccoon. So at least we know where his need zone is. So, oh, this is common raccoon. We don't want common raccoon. All right. So this is where his need zone is, his rest zone that he's attached to, which is good. Not necessarily attached to, but we're going to say attached to. And now we're going to look for an exit. So once again, the reason why we're doing this is for those, if you're hunting and you're looking for, say, you know, some people's biggest complaints, I want more diamonds. No, we're going to shoot those just because we can. I don't think I got him. For the people that are like, oh, I want more diamonds, I want more diamonds. Okay. Oh. We're going to shoot that black grouse in a second. Just because we can do that too. If I knew where that black grouse went to. So we're kind of doing this. So here we go. Here's a track right here. Is this fresh? Is this... Oh, that's for that black grouse. Nuts. Okay. So we're going to go back to where our dog is. He's still laying down. It's a good dog. And if you ever lose your track, that's fine. You've always got stuff here you got it set up with. But what I like to do is I'm looking where this animal went. For a lot of people, they're like, I haven't got a diamond. I haven't got a diamond. It's all about your max weights for your animals. That's what it's about. It doesn't tracking down an animal where you're tracking a track where you know what its max weight is. Doesn't guarantee. There we go. So now we're back on that track. Doesn't guarantee that it's going to be a diamond, but it's a pretty good chance. It ups your chances. Let's put it that way. To get a diamond. So like I went out quite a long time before I ever got my first diamond in the game. And then years ago, Zaggy, he figured out that, hey, there's this weight range. And if you hit within that weight range, this is where all the diamonds are. And so when we leave these highlighted like this, see what's happening now? Boom. Raccoon dog, we just found its exit track out of this need zone. And now we can track it again. So raccoon dog, 8 to 10 kgs, which is weird because that's a max weight for a, and it's fresh, so he's scooting. And we should have another one over here. We're just gonna go over here quick and get this other raccoon before I forget about it. So when you know your max weights, that's why that there's an app, the Hunter Companion app is really good because it'll give you what the max weight is for a diamond. Okay, so we found this track here, but what we need to do is find this track here so that it'll help us to... We need to see the route that it's taking, and that's what the connect the dots is going to help us to do. So this thing started coming back here. And it started moving this. And in all honesty, this'll up the kind of wow factor for you for the game. Like if you're struggling and you're like, I haven't gotten a diamond, and like I said, it doesn't guarantee that you'll get a diamond, but what it does is it ups your chances that this animal is a potential diamond. And we could very well, I mean, we could do one of two things here, okay? We know this animal is here and it's 912. So if we threw a tent down here and backed out of the game, we could come here and more than likely that raccoon dog would be sitting here in this need zone. We could do that if we wanted to. And I mean, maybe that's a good experiment just to show you. So why don't we do that? The thing about it is that you have to be out of there for a little bit. Does that make sense? Like you got to be kind of out of the... You got to be over 200 meters away. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to throw a tent down here. Okay. Let's throw a tent down here just for giggles. It's a good experiment. Boop. Okay. And now we are going to... We're going to go to the main menu. We don't even actually have to go. Let's go to the main menu. It's nicer sometimes when you just back right out of the game. And then we can go back in. So, see now here, there's our rest zone there. So we're going to place a waypoint there. And we're just going to walk away just a little bit more. It just has to do with render. So we're going to go out to 250 meters away from that waypoint. That's why we spot it there. Just to make sure that the animal spawns in where we want. Okay. So as you can see, there's no more tracks from where we followed it. 250 some meters away. And now we're going to go back in. Now, once again, I don't like doing this. I would rather just have it be a natural hunt and chase down that animal and all that other stuff. But this is just for, I don't know, because we can. And maybe you've never seen it done before. Maybe you've never done it yourself. And so it's good to kind of know sometimes how the mechanics of the game works. And once again, this is not an absolute guarantee that raccoon dog is going to be there. Now, raccoon dogs go up to 9 legendary, so a max weight track means this guy could be he could be a 7, 8, or 9. We don't know. We haven't laid eyes on him yet. We haven't been able to spot him yet, so we don't know. So that's where the mystery comes in with going after max weight tracks. You just don't know what's on the other end. He could be a 7, and we're like, it's a 7, but we're still going to shoot him for respawns, but it's fine. He's not, it's not gonna hurt us, right? So what we're gonna do as well is we're gonna ask our dog to, we're gonna ask him to lay down, because I kind of don't want him to spook anything here. You know, 70 meters away from the need zone, and we're really just gonna pay attention to what we're doing. And we're gonna see if we can spot our raccoon dog. Now, oh, you know what, in all honesty, I should have done is I should have grabbed my collar. That's what I should have done. And we're just going to come in here. We could even see if this guy's in the area by using our tracking dog. No, no. We want him to search for medium. Okay, so that's common raccoon. We don't care about the common raccoon. Nobody likes you. But we're going to wait for our dog to catch up. We're going to see what he points at. I think he's going after this raccoon that's up here. That's not what we want him to do. Because I'm not after the raccoon, I'm after the raccoon dog. It's awfully nice that they put the same thing on the same map. Almost the same thing on the same map. So we're going to get the dog to heal. Because he's not going after what I want him to go after. Okay, now let's see if he... Alright, so now let's see he's sneaking up here. And we're going to see if he gets us. See, I wish there was a rock or something that would elevate us. There is over there. Okay, so he's pointing to something. we have a raccoon dog there. Where's the other one? So he's being really patient right now. That's just good. But if there's another raccoon dog here, I can't see it. Okay, well, he's got our scent, so... Okay, so he's sneaking. Where is he sneaking to, Mr. German short-haired pointer? So he hasn't spooked the animal, because if he spooked it and it was fleeing, it would have... he'd stop sneaking. Like, he'd take off. The birds, like anything that starts fleeing, that's it. It's done. No, animal spooked. Okay, so we spooked the animal. There it is right there. Can hear it running through the bush. Just now, just went through the water here. I just want to spot it. I want to see what it is. It's fine. We're going to chase after it. Because eventually it's going to come to an open stream. And at least we can see it. This stuff is so thick through here. And so it just came through here, so this should be a just now. So let's go. Let's see if we can get it to somewhat of a clearing and then at least spot it and see what it is. Oh, wrong raccoon dog track. That was just a raccoon. There we go. This is the one we want. Yep, I think our raccoon dog just went this way. Fast little buggers. Okay, I don't mind chasing it sometimes. Now, here's the thing. Okay. This is where it starts chasing you in circles, and then you're like, wait a minute. It's not the one I want. What I am hoping is that it flushes out into this field here, like it gets away from being in the wooded area here. Wrong track. Alright, that's not the right track. That's not the right track. So this is where now chasing something is a pain. Because now it's miles ahead of us here. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of double back over here. Okay, so this thing's running this way. Oh, our dog's pooping. Great. Better not step in it. Alright, so it's running this direction. Not that track. This track probably. Nope, not that track. Okay, that's the rest zone where it was. And that's a lot of fun. So much fun. This will be the track right here, probably. Yes. It's trotting. Okay, very fresh. So now we're back on the right track. So very fresh is like 5 to 10 minutes in game time that it came through. And then we're going to kind of lose it a little bit on the, because of the need zone being here. Sometimes the tracks don't track the way they should. So this is what I mean now. You have to kind of do a... Oh, there's a red fox. You kind of have to do like a wide circle as to where the last track was to kind of find where that... Problem is too is the common raccoon and the raccoon dog have like the same kind of snarl. Okay. So this is where I was hoping that it would come out ish. I'm going to shoot the two of you just because you're here. Seriously? I was going to say. I'll just pick up some cash. Oh. And that's what happens when we don't reload. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go here, and dogs run around this point here. But once again, we don't want to assume that's the border. So we're gonna go from here over, and we're gonna see if we can pick up our green track. Like if it came out into the open, that's kind of was my best case scenario of, hey, I want it to. Yeah, it's nice. And now that I did that, I kind of euchred myself because I lost the. Oh, we shot that one. Kind of euchred myself because we lost the track for it. Okay, we won't waste the other bullet. That's fine. Oh. Well, this is what happens when you have common raccoons and a common raccoon dog. I thought I was chasing a common or a raccoon dog, and it was a raccoon. And let's go pick up the raccoon dog. So anyways, as you can see, there's lots to hunt here on this. It's a good map for if you wanted to do a drive with some friends. There's lots of setup points here. Now, see, we're going to try to find where I shot that thing. So here's that. Once again, there's that trick. We just line it up, go out a little bit. So somewhere around here should be our shot where we killed it. There we go. All raccoons must die. And how did... I don't know how I would have missed him the first time. Like I said, never a dull moment on this map, and because the things are so open, it's just It's nice. So we're going to go pick up our raccoon and raccoon dog. I'm wondering if the retriever, it can pick up a turkey, which is a level 1, which is big. Can the retriever pick up a raccoon? It's a good question. So we're going to go pick this guy up. Because it would have been all sorts of wrong to spend all that time. Merritt, you're dead. You should be dead. But you're not. See what I mean? Like, you can just run through this map. And the money is just there. Here's another $1,000 for gold. Actually, it's almost 1,200. That's 1,100 bucks. It's crazy. So, anyways, thank you for watching today. I am gonna go pick up those couple of raccoons that I just shot over there, and I want to thank you for bearing with me today and joining me on my stream. So, leave any comments or questions in below. From Call of Wild Tutorials, happy hunting.